I'm Dylan Black. The TD Ottawa Jazz Festival is coming June 21st to July 1st with a stellar lineup as always. Let's find out more with Petr Cancura, Programming Manager, TD Ottawa Jazz Festival. Good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Quick history on this event because it's been taking place now. We're coming up to 40 years soon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be 40 years next year.
Congratulations.
It's the second oldest jazz festival in Canada.
Really?
Yeah, second biggest jazz festival, actually, I might add, too.
That's amazing. Can we get the kind of negative stuff out of the way here before we
Sure.
talk about all the good things? Because last week, obviously, there was an announcement. There's been cuts made. You didn't get funding. So what exactly happened, and how does that affect you?
Well, so it was a grant called Celebrate Ontario, which is a tourism grant from the province of Ontario, of course. And we found out, so basically 3 weeks before the event started, we and 18 other festivals in the city found out we didn't get any funding. Now for us, that means $290,000, which is a huge chunk. And you know, normally it wouldn't be that big a deal. Sometimes we get grants, sometimes we don't, and we're prepared for that. And I myself am an artist, and I deal with that all the time. And it's not a problem. What's a problem is how it was done by the province and how it was dealt with. And if we knew 4 months ago, we wouldn't have spent that money that grant incentivized us to spend it. So it was how it was done that was really the big problem.
So what do you mean by last minute, though? Like, it was just...
Well, if we, that grant approves a certain type of tourism incentive, let's say, so to get people into the city for the event. And those programs always require marketing, a lot of marketing investment. And those you have to do 3 or 4 months out of before the festival. So having talked to the management of that grant, we were assured that everything was according to plan. So we went ahead and made the kind of investments that grant makes us do. And then 3 weeks out, they say, oh, by the way, we're not going to actually give you that money. So
so definitely an issue. But let's focus on the positive. I mean, the show must go on, as they say.
Of course, and it will.
You're focusing on women artists this year.
Yeah, what we've done. It's a topic that's been obviously very relevant the last few years, but we've been tackling it for many years. Jazz and music itself is a very male-dominated industry, and so we thought it was definitely time to put women in leadership roles.
Good.
So you know, it doesn't necessarily mean by numbers, but it means that the leaders are women, and then of course it's their choice who they're going to bring to the bandstand.
Well, let's talk about some of the acts. You got some big names, local acts, of course. Omara Portuondo, am I saying that correctly?
Yes, you are.
Nice. Coming with the NAC Orchestra, Cuban singer?
She's a Cuban singer. She's one of the original Buena Vista Social Club singers, and she's 88 and still's got it. She still makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up when she sings. So
amazing.
She's got a really incredible band from Cuba, and they're going to play with the orchestra. So it'll be pretty dreamy.
And I did mention local, because I know that you're big on that as well. You've got local bands performing on the main stage. We
do. So this is something we tried this year, is to give local bands a chance to open up for Omar Portuondo, for Nora Jones, The Roots, Chicago. So those groups opening on the main stage are going to be all local, except for one group, all local.
You did mention some names there that you've got to maybe, for people who don't know them, Chicago, Nora Jones. I mean, that's pretty amazing to get these people.
Yes, and The Roots.
Yeah, of course, The Roots.
Yeah, The Roots is going to be particularly, I think, an interesting night, as DJ Questlove, who is part of that band, is going to be DJing immediately after for about 3 hours. So
amazing.
It'll be fun.
They're the band of The Tonight Show, correct?
They are.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole band's going to be there.
That's super amazing. Volunteers, obviously, a big part of what you do as well. So there's plenty of time for people to still sign up and be a part of this.
Yeah, I mean, there are. We have, at this point, we're pretty much have everybody organized, but there's still often room that pops up. And I mean, volunteers are huge. We really couldn't do this without volunteers. It's a community event. And you know, what we do is we bring in artists from all over the world and really take the whole year to curate it as carefully as we can. And the support that we get from the community is really incredible.
And I love that you wrap up on our birthday, Canada Day. And
that's
free programming as always. That's awesome. Very cool. Let's just talk quickly with about 45 seconds left. So with the cuts, how can people help? Because I know that you've sort of put a call out for for people to assist? In what ways can they assist?
You know, the most important way is to support us. If you want this festival, come out. This is the year that you got to come out and buy tickets and buy passes. It really is an amazing festival with a lot going on. So, you know, of course, if you feel like you can, donations are always welcome, especially this year. But I stress the best thing you can do is support us. Show us that you want this festival.
Of course. And it's happening in 4 different locations?
It's happening on Marion Dewar Plaza as our main stage, right by City Hall.
Yeah.
We have a stage at Confederation Park. We use 2 venues at the National Arts Center, and always Queen Street Fair is also a new stage this year.
Peter, thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate
TD
it.
Ottawa Jazz Festival kicking off June 21st. It's going to be big as always. More daytime coming up.